Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. So Bitcoin fees were going up over the last few days, guys. The fees are now plummeting 95%. Bitcoin fees plummet 95% as BTC price recovers from U.S. government scare. So we've got some information here relating to the U.S. government. Some were assuming that, we were seeing the prices rise because government was dumping loads of Bitcoin that, in some cases they had seized, they had acquired Bitcoin over the years. Well, guys, here's the story uncovered by Cointelegraph. Bitcoin was not subject to U.S. government selling this week, analysts show, but BTC price action remains pressured. So we're still seeing Bitcoin hovering around that $27,400 mark. You guys can see it here on the chart. I got Bitcoin here on the daily. We've been remaining relatively flat over the last few days now. We did see some fluctuations yesterday. You can see that candlestick there, trading on higher volume, long wicks and long tails. Here, if I throw it on the 4-hour, maybe you can see that a little bit better. So we did see quite a bit of movement. However, now we are basing back in this level here. So $27,400. Data from Cointelegraph Market Pro and TraderView shows the BTC USD circling around 27.4 at the time of the writing. The pair has seen a flash sell-off the day prior, briefly taking it to 26.8 after claims that confiscated BTC held by the US government was being sold off. This was subsequently disproven, but for already sensitive crypto markets, the damage was already done. So Will Clement came out here taking a look at Glassnode's model here. Glassnode not showing any decline in the U.S. government Bitcoin's balance. So you guys can see that there. He posted this yesterday in the afternoon. There was no decline in the government's balance. Among traders, Jack has described these local lows as a scam move while forecasting lower levels to come. When the move feels like a scam and trades like a scam, then treat it like one. He says, I do expect a breakdown lower sooner or later. I'm not yet sure how deep, but prepared to act quickly if necessary. So BTC Maxis here worried about the price of Bitcoin. And Bessa here also talking about the roof pattern, Bitcoin roof pattern, consolidation at neckline, $27,369 after nailing all shorts starting from $30,004. So one, long breakout, 27,666 if you're tethered or long here with a stop loss at 27,269. Taking a look at this breakout pattern here, I'm just going to bring up this tweet, but you guys can see a possibility for a move to the downside to close to $25,000. HTF pattern breakout above 28,882 while I'm still looking for a throwback. So he's still looking for that roughly 25 and change $1,000 throwback. And guys, if this occurs, this will ultimately affect the rest of the market. The silver lining, as Bitcoiners are putting it, the past 24 hours saw a major shift in on-chain transaction fees, these deflating considerably after reaching levels which had caused widespread uproar. So we're not seeing the fees as exorbitant as they had been. They have been coming down, so 95% decline in those fees. That's at least good news. So I got Bitcoin up here again on the 4-hour. Overall, though, guys, the trend still looking fairly healthy. We're not really crashing down. I mean, the micro level looks at this, really is a lot. It looks a lot worse than it actually is, because when we zoom out, we can see we're still holding support. We're not making any crazy lows like we saw, back when the beer flu hit, and this was catastrophic. This could have changed the narrative quite a bit. Unfortunately, I guess, for us. Yeah, definitely fortunately for us, this did rebound back in March of 2020. So that really is a good example of where lows were taken out. Who knows what was going to happen next? But it was a black swan event. So, I mean, a little easier to see in that case. Nevertheless, Bitcoin still kind of, humming around the 27.5 mark in and around here. So we could make it down to 25.2. I think that would be the low to be paying attention to. If we break down past this level, then, and only then, should we really start questioning the narrative. Let's bring up XRP here real quickly. XRP still trading in around 42.4 as of the time of this recording, hitting this resistance level from back in January, late January. And also we hit this back last year in and around June 2022. Before XRP went down. So let's see if this holds here. Par for the course at this moment in time. XLM, another one of those coins that acts in conjunction with XRP a lot of the time. You guys can see here XLM trading at 8 cents, almost 9 cents, 0.088. I don't know how many of you guys also hold XLM on top of XRP. If you do, this might interest you. Tim R614 here bringing this to our attention. Stellar, guys, is partnering with an AI company, Anchain, to foster development for payments of the future. How, you may ask? Well, get a load of this, guys. Stellar, a decentralized open source blockchain network for cross-border payments and asset issuance, expands to new heights as it collaborates with Anchain AI, a top Web3 digital asset security and risk management company. In a blog published on May the 8th, Anchain announced the partnership between the two companies. So they did announce this a few days ago. According to Dr. Victor Fang, co-founder of Anchain AI, the demand for fraud prevention solutions has grown as both digital assets and international payments keep expanding. Institutional building on Stellar benefits from an extra degree of confidence thanks to the CISO investigation platform from Anchain AI, using open blockchain ecosystem intelligence from Anchain AI. Stellar developers may prioritize stability and customer safety from the beginning of development. So big news here. I'm surprised I'm not hearing of more crypto companies partnering with AI companies because, the blockchain, you mix that with AI, artificial intelligence, and there is a world of opportunity there. I'm sure there are a lot of collaborations that I'm just probably not privy to. But here's another one, guys, with regards to payments. Stellar here working with Anchain and Web3 digital asset security. That's going to be very, very important moving forward in this, new financial economy. So I wanted to thank Tim for posting that. ISO 20022 posting this, guys. Here's a new Ripple partner Finastra video, and they outline Ripple usage directly in this video, guys. Listen to this.
How can your bank quickly implement a new payment rail while reducing costs, increasing revenue, and win back customer loyalty? Welcome to Finastra's Payments Connectivity Marketplace, a carefully curated marketplace of payment rails designed to connect banks to pre-integrated payment providers. We've done the hard work for you. Our marketplace includes best-in-class, trusted payment providers that we've pre-integrated into our
So just wanted to stop it there. Pre-integrated these payment providers. Not only is Ripple listed here on their page, but Thunes as well, which is a Ripple partner. Also, Ripple does have ties to MasterCard as well. So, when we talk about Finastra news, new partnerships, here are the providers that they are utilizing, and it's looking as though Ripple almost has a monopoly.
Total messaging solution. It's your choice which providers to use. Our transformative technology allows you to reach the countries and disperse payments via the endpoints your customers demand.
All right, I think I'm going to leave it there, but I will link the video. The entire video is only about 1 minute and 25 seconds. I'll link that in the description of this video for you. We're continuously seeing more partnership announcements, guys. This one from the Wrath of Kahneman, putting together some of the pieces of this puzzle. Get this, guys. Ripple partner TerraPay welcomes Visa as a strategic investor and global partner as digital cross-border trade accelerates. So not only is TerraPay connected to Ripple, but Visa also, through that Earthport connection, is connected to Ripple. So TerraPay is a leading global payments infrastructure company. Today, they announced their partnership with an investment from Visa, a world leader in digital payments. In addition, the companies are collaborating to connect Visa solutions to the TerraPay network to help streamline digital cross-border commerce for consumers and SMBs. Visa Direct, which facilitates the delivery of funds directly to eligible cards, bank accounts, and wallets around the world, is the first solution to connect to TerraPay's network of wallet providers. And guys, get this, they're doing this across 108 receive countries. Down here it says global cross-border trade has seen steady growth, largely from emerging markets. By 2025, this is their prediction, cross-border trade is expected to reach a value of $8 trillion. So despite this boom and the rise of digital global payments, cross-border business payments continue to be complex and riddled with challenges, especially for SMBs. For these businesses, the process of sending money can often come with delays. So this partnership, this is how they will benefit. TerraPay and Visa's collaboration will pave the path for holistic pay-in, pay-out solutions that can enhance the usage of eligible commercial cards for SMEs, extending to include added global money movement capabilities, including cards, accounts, and wallets. At the same time, merchants can use TerraPay's request to pay wallet solution globally. So big news here, guys. Of course, Visa is one of the biggest credit card company in the world. They are Ripple enabled, and they are now working with TerraPay, another Ripple enabled company. So Wrath of Kahneman here also connecting the dots. It's not unexpected. They are huge, but interesting. Visa acquired Earthport, Currency Cloud, and now TerraPay is an investor. All Ripple users. So that is the other connection there. Currency Cloud and Earthport are also connected. He says he should also note, I can no longer find the mention of Ripple on their website. The original mention was in 2020, but now it's not apparent if in place. And so ISO Samurai asks, won't Earthport and the others need XRP for transaction fees? Wrath of Kahneman says it still isn't clear. I mean, we still are kind of navigating murky news with regards to some of these partnerships. He says if they do, it still isn't clear if they are using ODL, the XRP using product. So while it's true moving XRP uses a minuscule amount, we're a long ways away from knowing if it's even being used in these companies at all. Nevertheless, Ripple-enabled companies partnering together, this is what's going to get that flywheel effect moving. And this is, the trend moving into 2023. I mean, 21, 22, 23, it's been about the Ripple companies partnering with other Ripple companies, and we're continuing to see that sometimes. I mean, we're even seeing a threesome in some cases. So I wanted to thank the Wrath of Kahneman for letting us know about that. Another piece of Ripple partner news, guys, this has to do with Corpay, and another one from the Wrath of Kahneman. So this is a big one too. Ripple partner Corpay, formerly Cambridge Global Payments, will provide cross-border payments and foreign currency exchange solutions for Sunflower Bank NA in the Western United States. So Corpay, I believe these guys are a Canadian company based out of Toronto. So they're a brand and global leader in business payments. They're pleased to announce that Corpay's cross-border business has entered into a new collaboration with Sunflower Bank NA, called Sunflower Bank here. Through the collaboration, Sunflower Bank's customers and their companies located in the United States will be able to gain access and to utilize Corpay's innovative solutions to help mitigate foreign exchange exposure from their day-to-day business needs. Additionally, Corpay's award-winning trading platform will enable their customers to manage their global payments from a single point of access. And here's a quote from the VP of Strategic Sales at Corpay, guys. Corpay is very pleased to announce our commercial partnership with Sunflower Bank. I have no doubt that Sunflower's customer base, located predominantly in the Southwest and Mountain West regions of the United States, will benefit greatly from our specialized service and access to our comprehensive cross-border payments and currency risk management solutions. The team at Corpay is excited to build long-term business partnerships with customers and power their international payments, execute plans to manage their currency risk, and support their growth internationally. So, looking to provide these customers with more solutions for cross-border payments, specifically working with Ripple-enabled Corpay. The quote goes on to say, we are excited to partner with Corpay and bring their extensive global payment knowledge and expertise to our Sunflower Bank clients. This coming from the Sunflower side. During our beta phase with Corpay, it was quite evident that our clients enjoyed working with the team, closed their transactions as planned, and had positive experiences. We look forward to being able to benefit more businesses as the result of this partnership. So this one coming from Lane Nunez, SVP Treasury Management Director at Sunflower Bank. So we're seeing this Canadian Ripple-enabled cross-border payment company Corpay now working with American bank Sunflower Bank in order to make cross-border payments a reality for their customers, cheaper, faster, right? More efficient overall. This is democratizing payments, guys. This is why Ripple went into business originally, at least. They are moving into more verticals now, but this is one of those classic examples, I'd like to say, of how the democratization of banking is really going to change the face of finance. And this is why the big banks are getting really, really upset. This is why we are seeing reactions like this. Eleanor Turret posting this on Twitter prior to today's Financial Committee and House of Agriculture meeting. Okay, they had a hearing on digital asset regulation. A memo was circulated among Democrat committee members. And get this, guys, it contained key messages for the Dems to stick to include support of the SEC's total authority over crypto regulation. Its assertion that nearly all cryptos constitute securities and that crypto's problem isn't ambiguity, but mass non-compliance. So that was what the memo read. They are trying to tell Congress what to think. The messaging also asserts that committee Republicans who are looking to cut the budgets of financial regulators are not actually serious about protecting investors and should instead focus on passing a clean debt ceiling bill, not on pro-crypto regulation. So, if you didn't think government was corrupt, well, here are some of the key messages. While Republicans claim that they are working to provide clarity to the markets by carving out space for the CFTC in crypto, they're simultaneously undermining and hamstringing, the agency by proposing to cut its budget. Republicans are proving that they really aren't serious about protecting investors and consumers. Committee Republicans are trying to pass pro-crypto legislation in June. Newsflash for our nation is set to default on its debt as early as June 1st. Republicans' number one priority must be to join Democrats in passing a clean debt ceiling bill to avoid an economic catastrophe before it's too late. Number 3 on the docket here says Republicans have decided to embark on a partisan pursuit of sweeping digital asset legislation that erects entirely new legal frameworks for the crypto industry. when neither the Biden administration, investors, the SEC, nor the financial regulators have called on Congress to do so. Number 4, the problem isn't ambiguity, it's mass noncompliance. So again, with the whole, crypto for terrorists, for criminals narrative still coming up, that this is why they want to give the SEC as much power as they do. So let me continue. And crypto companies can't be let off the hook. The U.S. has a regulatory system that has worked well and sustained massive innovation in the financial system for decades. We can't invent new accommodating regulatory structures simply because crypto companies refuse to follow clear rules of the road. There are no clear rules of the road. Why do these people keep gaslighting us? This is ridiculous. Number 5 says, is it a turf war if no one is fighting? Both the SEC and the CFTC are aligned on the fact that the SEC is the regulator to determine if crypto assets are securities. And the SEC has made clear that nearly all crypto assets are securities. End of story. Under Gary Gensler, number 6, the SEC has built up a strong enforcement team yet to go after crypto criminals and protect investors and consumers from harm. Unfortunately, committee Republicans want to reverse course and tie the hands of the SEC. The SEC must continue to lead the regulation of U.S. crypto markets, and Congress must do its part to provide them with the resources they need. Does it go on here? Number 6? No, resources they need. I think I got them all. Anyway, that does not sound too promising. I mean, I got to admit, that doesn't sound great. John Deaton responding to this: when members of the House or Senate stick to a predetermined script, and I mean, we've seen this before with, Elizabeth Warren, feeding questions to Gary Gensler and even, conversing before that question period. Are these questions okay? Are they softball enough for you? Well, John Deaton's come out and said, when members of the House and Senate stick to a predetermined script and they don't make up their own minds as to what to do or what's right or wrong, they deserve to not be re-elected. I could not agree more. Julian Williams here also saying, this is a real low point. I hope there will be some members sensible enough to educate themselves and make up their own minds. Tipsy Tiger saying, the fact that Dems needed to put this memo out prior to the hearing shows there is dissent. I think he meant to say. After Gensler's appalling performance last time and the blowback seen on social media, it's hardly surprising. So hopefully he's taking a positive approach here. The tide is turning with this GIF image of the tide coming in. And guys, so much is going to hinge on the Ripple SEC verdict, and this is why all eyes, I got to keep reiterating this. This is why all eyes are on Judge Torres's decision that could come anywhere between, I know it's another prediction. I know. I hate them myself, but we're getting this news. I feel like I have to share it. He said 2 to 6 months. That is likely to be accurate, but it could be next month. This coming from Bill Morgan here, retweeting out Mr. Hubert's tweet. When Brad says before the end of quarter 3, then it's going to be 2024. This is what he thinks. It started with at the end of 2021, went to certainly 2022, then to maybe quarter 3 of 2023. So what he's saying here is, he's retweeting Muji Bun's tweet. Listen to this clip, guys, at the 2 minute and 1 second mark. Let me play you guys that.
Well, the case against Ripple by the United States SEC started 2.5 years ago, so it's certainly been a bit frustrating and slow, but the good news is we're at the end of that journey. And while others in the crypto industry might be at the beginning of that journey, the silver lining for Ripple has been that we're kind of at the end. Sometime, I would say, between the next 2 and let's say 6 months, I expect a resolution. The judge in the United States has been fully briefed. She has the decision on her plate. A federal judge can operate on whatever timeline in this case, she would like. But I'm optimistic we're going to see resolution, I believe, before the end of Q3.
I believe at the end of Q3, this coming from the man himself, Brad Garlinghouse. He's thrown out all kinds of predictions with regards to this. So do not shoot the messenger. If you guys do remember back a few months ago, late last year, Ripple CEO did predict when the SEC lawsuit would likely end. And at that time, the prediction was a little more broad, I'd say. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse told an audience at the DC FinTech Week conference that the SEC's case against his company would be resolved in the first half of 2023. Now he's saying 2 to 6 months. So that's looking like mid to late 2023, pushing it off a little bit. Somebody here brought up a good point though. Where was it? It was somebody down here talking about the case. Basically, it was with regards to this. How could Brad know? Asks Van Hansen. His guess isn't better than anyone else's. And Bill Morgan brings up a good point. It may be based on what Ripple's attorneys are telling Brad. This could be a guess too, but it would be a more educated guess than most others. Nate Wagner here also bringing this up with regards to that 6-month list after September 30th. That would put Judge Torres in the 6-month list. That's why Brad is saying the end of quarter 3. She's never been on the list before. So another interesting hint there with regards to the 6-month list. I gotta say, I kind of wanted to end this video off on a bit of a comical tone. 801 XRP here, posting this clip. Do you hear this guy comparing Gary Gensler to a 2-year-old?
I personally would liken Chair Gensler's approach to my son Sam's approach. He's 2 when it comes to toys. He wants to hold all the toys, but he doesn't want anyone else to be able to play with the toys at the same time. And so I thank you for your answer.
Gary Gensler, stop being such a petulant child. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.